We can't sort out our biggest problems, and that's our biggest problem of all. Some of us like to think that we can do anything and everything. Others might feel helpless all the time. The truth is, however, that no matter what we think of our abilities, there are problems, even ones which we ourselves cause, which we can't fix. This is what the Bible shows us, that we have sinned against God, and that's a problem. You see, sin isn't just mild naughtiness, it is personally offensive to the God who made us and gave us everything. I wonder if you've ever hurt someone and wanted to undo what you've done, but felt frustrated by the fact that you can't. Well, that's the situation between us and God. We've hurt him and can do nothing to make it better. The only person who is able to make it better is God himself. But why would he? He'd have to be incredibly generous to do something like that. The first people, straight after realizing the devastating effects of what they'd done, immediately heard God make a promise that he would send someone to rescue his people from the terrible situation we'd placed ourselves in. Our only hope is found within that promise. We place our trust in God's promise that he would save us from all our sin and all its effects, and we wait to see him answer. There's no one else that can deal with our sin. But can we really trust God's promise? Well, yes, we can. God faithfully keeps his promises, and all that he says is true and reliable. This promise of a rescuer who would come and deal with the problem of our sin would be answered eventually in the most faithful man who ever lived, a man who called himself the truth, a man so faithful that he'd give everything in order to keep that promise, even giving his own life, a man who made remarkable claims about himself, all of which proved to be true. He even said that a few days after he died, he would come back to life. What an outrageous claim. But it happened. Can I suggest then that this man might be worth listening to? Especially if you're like me. If you're the kind of person who needs to hear God's promise of forgiveness. But you might say, how could I come to Jesus with my sin? After all, it's him that I've offended. But to that he says, if it's me you've offended, I'm the only one who can forgive you. So come to me. God has promised to save his people. We trust him and wait to see what great things he does. Christianity Explored is a relaxed, interactive course which is accessible to anyone and everyone. If you want to come and chat through Christianity, or if you'd rather sit back and listen to the discussion, all are welcome to join us. If you'd like to find out more, then get in touch via our website or by contacting someone you know in the church. We can't wait to see you.